Can almost hear the owls outside. Good evening, Brian. This is going to be a short one tonight for the first one. Has everybody been here before? Hi, Rain. How are you? Brian? So I want to just move like a little up to date. I am so far behind. I just keep writing and sharing and writing and sharing and re-uploading. But I should say it's like stagnant or zero, where I don't feel I'm getting this onto, how can I say this, onto an Excel where we can get this into a game so that we can all share the same information. It's about our ABC. ABC 1, 2, 3. That's all it is. ABC 1, 2, 3. We can go to D, even E. So if I get AD and BC, A, D, B, C, but maybe I don't want to count this because when I do this and I say, okay, is everybody going the same way? Look at that. Look at all the directions I got. And the biggest separation is that. Is anybody going to reach my thumb? Who's going to reach my thumb? Look at that. This one at least is going to reach my thumb. These are going down. These are going toward each other. Only these are crossing over. And maybe my thumbs will catch each other unless my thumbs wind around, right? Because they can't go on to the other side unless you're in a straight line. Otherwise, you hit the wall and come back, the energy wall. Do I make anything up? Where do I get my stories from? ABC 1, 2, 3. How's everybody doing tonight? The water is hot. If you're here for the first time, I'm going to go right to the very, very sort of beginning. What I mean about the ABCs, and I am really serious about ABC and then DEF, or how about I do it this way? A, B, B, how about this? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. So the last one, J, is with A. And it's the 10th one, the first and the 10th one, like right over here. 1, 4, 7, 10. Cardinal, 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 cardinal. Fix, 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 fixed. Or we should have just continued them, right? And then we get the mutables over here. Now, when I take 3 triangles and I turn them around, I'm still going to get 3 letters per area in the triangle. Do you understand where I am right now with this? This is a little bit about geometric shapes. This is my explanations. Some say they're teachings. I didn't go to school to learn this. I acquired this information and believe it as truth, as most of it cannot be denied. Like if I say the letter A and I do this, would you say it's the beginning? All I need is a little bar to go across. Like, would that be it? Like the letter B is like that, right? But right, you take the letter B, the second letter in the alphabet, draw it 1.5 times and turn it into number 18. It just so happens that the farmers at the chicken house used to tell me, I only got 18 eggs this week. And the week after that, I only got 18 eggs this week. And I say, why do you keep telling me that? I see more than that. I go, no, I have an average that my chicks, they lay eggs 6 days out of 7 days, and they, like to God, they rest on the 7th day. That's number 53. Okay, this chicken is number 53. Now, don't tell me if it's part of the weather vane. And any vane has what? Blue and red? And blue and red is going to be cold and hot. like me. So, yeah, so we're going to get 18 eggs and 3 eggs. And that's going to be, let's say we're going to run a 3-week cycle. Why a 3-week cycle? Well, 18 eggs, 3 days, we didn't get any eggs. 18 and 3, 21. 3 times 7 equals 21. That means there's 6 and 1 in every single week. It looks like they follow Genesis with the egg. What do you think? And the word egg, okay, is 577. That's perfect. That's perfect. You know, the word peanut and power is 77. 7 and 7 is 14. 1 and 4 is 5. EGG 577. You want to see another number that matches that? Oh, no, that doesn't. I didn't say Chronos. So the other number with this, where was I with this? Wow. Yes, here it is. This is a C and this is an R. 6 times the other, C and R. And here is the way it's created. I do it this way. Check this out. Check this out. See, I think I'm going to make this like bigger. I'm going to do this and do this. And then I'm going to do this and do this. And I have the letter B. You know, if we want to give a little bit of a, should I do this, right? Or should it be like that to each of its sides, right? And the same thing for this. Should it be like that? Or should it be to this side and then to that side? Just a little bubble. You can bubble on the inside as well, right? So that's your B. Now, if I do this one more time, right? I used 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is just 1/2. And now you see that line that goes out? Check that. 1, 2, the line goes out, right? And then if you chop this off at this line over here, right, we're just going to do this here. So when we go 1.5, what part of what is B? Not even, it's maybe even a quarter. It's 1.25 times equals to what is R. And I can even do it the other way. I just need to do 2 here and 2 here. So we can have an R this way and an R that way. Now, if we want, perhaps we can just join it together at the center, right? Can we call that what is a D? Which way do you want to look at it? A big D, a small d when you bring them both together? Or is it what is a B? Which way would you like to look at it? But this is just to give you one idea. And it's what is 6 times the difference? 6 times 3 equals to 18. 1 and 8 equals to 9. 3 times 3 equals to 9. In fact, 3 times anything, right? Where's that calculator? Hope everybody's doing okay today. Where's the calculator? Okay, I don't know where it is. I must have sat on it. Okay, we'll just have to use this here. I don't like to do that, but any number, it doesn't matter. These are the 3 numbers that we work with. Why do I say 3? The 3 is like this. An area space. The 3 corners of an area space. Here, here, and here versus here, here, and here. 1 between 2 equals to 3. And we must begin with 3. And in the game, right? In the game, this is not 3. Just trying to see if I can do this right. Is this 3? Just give me a second. I'd have to make this bigger. So, okay, so you get 1 over here, and then you get 3, right? But when you're running on an angle, there's 2 areas here not counted. Therefore, 1 over to 3 has 2 that interferes. This is a half area space. When counting from here to here to here, this area is shared between both 1 and 3. The 12 is the bat's mitzvah. The 13 is the bar mitzvah. The man shares the space of the woman. It's another rib. You want to see the way they add the rib on? You want to see the, let's see these cherries I added on here. The connecting cherries right over here. The 1 and the 3 areas, the 1 and the 3 areas, the 1 and the 3 area. Yeah, I was just going over the word oxygen today. O15, 1 and 5, 6. X24, 2 and 4, 6. Y, the 25th letter. The reverse of the Y is B. Right? Venus, Taurus, the house of Bet, the Trinity, 2, 4, 6, 8 has been divided up. 7 and 7. G and E is what is, this is going to go for the masculine. This is going to go to the feminine. It is going to be the 5th letter and the 7th letter, the 5th letter and the 7th letter, 5 or 5, and then G, 5G. E for the 12, that's mitzvah, and 7 is for the bar mitzvah. The thing with the bar mitzvah, let's see if I have this design. What happens to this? Just give me 1 second. Okay, just give me 1 second. Just scrolling through. I think I almost saw it. Scrolling through. Wow, something that should be right at the beginning. Oh, it should be right at the beginning. Right here. Number 7, right? Number 7 is right here in that blue dot, right? Number 5 is here. What you see over here, right, is the half area space number 6. 8 is on the other side, or 8 is now on the way down. You go up to 5, and then 7, and then to 5, 3, 1, and then over to 1. Why are they 1 and 1? In gematria counting, you go A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then H is like F, and I is like E. So what happens, I don't know if I have this here, but in gematria, in this house right now, I and R, which is 1 times 2, 1 plus 2, equals to 3, equals to, hold on a second, equals to 2, okay, equals to 5. Okay, so the R, the I, the V, and the E. Well, why don't we just do this and go river? So the 7th gate talks about the river, but these are the letters. What used to be, okay, what used to be only these 2 together, which is what is 3 times 6, 3 plus 6 equals to 18, equals to 9, equals to 27. That is the first portal when you get the 3. When you get the 3, I call this the beginning because 1 goes between 2 to start with, and it becomes 3 times 120 degrees equals to what is 360. We can also go 4 times 90 degrees equals to 360. What'll be 3 times 20 minutes equaling to 60, to what is 4 times 15 minutes equals to 60. So right now you might say, well, what about the basketball, right? What about the 4 by 12, right? Equaling to the 48. Well, I know that we have the yards, we have the rulers, right? But we are from beyond the arc. When you go 1 hash mark in football, it's 36 inches. I need 3 of these. I need 1 of these per quarter. I need 4 quarters. I need 4 of these, 48 inches. What is 48 inches going to do over 36 inches? And why is a circle marked up at 36 inches. Why doesn't it go past when a tetrahedron is 720? They end April 1st, right, at 12 o'clock, 720 minutes. 2 times, okay, 9 times 8, 72. 3 times 6, 3 plus 6, 27. I forget what the math problem was for this, but there was another piece I wanted to show you, which was this. This is a 13, 13. This is a male. This is what is the feminine, masculine connecting together. This board over here, area space, okay, when you look at the squares, right, you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Or let's stop at 10 over here. And then you count from here to here, 10. From here to here, 10. And then from here to here, 10. That's 40. This is Monopoly. Yeah, I have to really stick to the subject tonight. Right. So let me explain what it is. This is a corner. This is go. Visiting jail. Free parking. Go directly to jail. 30 from go, the 31st area. Supposed to be communication. Visiting jail, VJ 22 and 10. Leo is 32. Each one of these purples, they're number 7. Why? Because when you count these two areas, these two squares over here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 1, and 7. This corner one, the corner, the deepest to the corner of each one. When you count to the deepest corner, from here to here, or at least to here, or we'll go right to here, right? It'll be 2 and a total of 9. That'll be 11, 12, 13. It'll be 1 and 13 over to here, or it'll be what is 1 and 11, or it is what is 7 and then 11, and then we start over again. When we count the areas over here, there's a total of 4. Each one of the properties, right, including the trains, occupies 2 cells. We have 18 total here, 2 by 9, 18. And then we have 4, 18 and 4, 22, 18 and 4, 22, 18 and 4, 22, 18 and 4, 22, 88, 88 constellations. So what happens now? If you look at Rubik's Cube, imagine this is the heart of Rubik's Cube. Imagine this is another Rubik's Cube, another Rubik's Cube, and another Rubik's Cube. Now, Rubik's Cube ends in this corner, and each one of them ends here. So they're all separate, and this is where Mars comes in. Mars is the association of 4 windows, one from each game, right into the corner. Either the 1st or the 13th, the 13th, the 13th, and the 13th, if you want to look at it that way. 52. Is it possibly 52? Then what number? Is it 12 that's on the outside? There's going to be 4, and then there's going to be 12, a total of a 16 block right over here. The Earth block of male, which is 3 by 3, and then the Mars block, a 4 by 4, 16. 16p, I9, pi. Here, we are boxed in. Here's the trains. These are the trains. These are all the trains, right? And you can't go near the train tracks, right? And here's all the properties. These are the properties right here. So this is the game of Monopoly. Surrounding Rubik's Cube, the core of Rubik's Cube, right? Surrounding the core of Rubik's Cube, where is it? There are 8 areas that surround one area of Rubik's Cube. The top row will have 9 areas, and the bottom row will have 9 areas. It'll be 9, 8, 9, 9, 8, 17, 8, 9, 17 from each side. From each side of Rubik's Cube, let me see if I can remember what I just said. Okay, we have the 9, 8, 9, 17, 17, right. And then we have 6 sides, and it's going to be what is a 3 reverse? So do you see 17 what it is? 17 is a 10-7 association. Earlier on, I was speaking about 1, 2, 3, 4 equals to 10, right? Well, what about 1 and 2 and 3 equaling to 6? What about 1 and 3 and 4 equaling to 8? What about 2 and 3 and 4 equaling to 9? So do you see it's all the association of the numbers? Since we now can create these numbers, now we're going to learn how to use these numbers. What is 9? 9 is now the association of 1 and 8, 2 and 7, 3 and 6, 4 and 5. So where does everything come from? Because 7 and 8 are the complete other side, and 1 and 2 are on this side. There's only one of a kind inside this reality. There's only 1, 1. There's only 1, 2. But is it going to be a 6 and 4 equals to 10? 1 plus 0 equals to 1? Is it a 6 and 4, 10? What kind of 1 do you have? Is it a 2 and 8, 10? Right? The thing is about 6, 4, and 2, 8, right? There's 22 in the void and 2 in the dot. I'm going to show it to you. Let me turn around the camera. I want to thank Zeus and Elamia for the likes. Wait, something invites me to co-host. I really can't go co-host unless they want to come to me first, right? That's what. Why would somebody? Did they invite me to co-host, or is it? You know what I'm saying? I don't know how that works, and I don't know how to get out of it. Yeah. So we looked at the bee. So do you understand the bee? How the bee works, right? How it looked. I did. I'm going to show you this again. Got to do it again. I don't like what it looks like myself. Pooey on me, right? Pooey on me. So we have like this. Everybody can do this, right? Anybody can do that, okay? And then we can do it again, right? And if I make it wider, I can just do it like that, and then I can do it like that. I can do it like that, and then I can do it like that, right? You know? And if I did it like that, right? If I did it like that, zoom, 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 zoom. Come on, drive me crazy. Away, let's go. Woo! Woo! Okay, I just got those legs cut off there at the end of the pencil. There you go. So when you see this, right? Oh my God. And you see that, and then you do that, right? So what you saw, right? Now you see the letter R more or less come out right here on the corner. I wasn't supposed to put that to it. So all the corners, right? You just put the V, right? And you get the R out of all the corners, right? Just run that line down here. Because I don't usually do rounds. So if you do them square-like, how can I do that again? Right? And then what am I going to do? Am I going to do them this way? Yeah, so all I have to do is that, right? By putting on the bunny ears, right? That's just all you have to do. And then it's just a connection, right? I mean, the minute you slice this in half over here, right? I mean, all of a sudden I have this R over here. But then if I don't slice it in half, then I actually have just, what is a K, until I connect, over to the top, and then I have an R. But if I chop off the bottom, I just have a D. So anyways, here's one thing about the A letter. See, the A letter goes up like that and down like that, right? So we put the bar here. So what I look at the A is I can split it down the center here. And I have to spread my areas here and over here, right? And across here and the continuation over here. Do you see the A on this angle? Do you see the A on this angle? Now I have the A on this angle. Well, I shouldn't have put it down here. It had to go down here. It had to go down here. I should have done it like that. But anyways, irrelevant to the fact, you can see, not too happy with my artwork tonight, but you can see that the first part about this really is about this angle over here. That's the angle. That's all I wanted to show off. So I have this angle here going that way. I have this angle here going that way. And down here, I'm going to have the same thing. Don't look at the 88 right now or the 77 up above, right? 77, 88. I don't even know why I did that. I'm like a little all over the place tonight. Well, that's usual. Yeah, I need a glass of water. Just give me a second. If there's anybody who wants to come up, any questions? It's going to be a short one tonight, or at least to begin with. I want to say thank you to my toe, which let me come here tonight. Thank you to my mouth, which lets me speak. Thank you to my eyes, which let me see. Well, I'm not really sure if I should thank my ears or my eyes, because I'm not really sure I see like anybody else, because I don't think like everybody else. Or maybe I do. Man, it was like a dog war today. Oh, God, no way. What just happened? Oh, my God, what just happened? Oh, I was sent to Paris, like out of nowhere. Boom. Paris. Or is that Cuba? I don't know. Looks like a jail. What just happened? That was crazy. Oh, my God. How did that happen? Okay, just give me 2 minutes. Oh, man. Oh, what? Oh, my God. What? 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 I just need 2 minutes in Cuba. Just give me a minute. Just give me 2 minutes. So, if there's anybody new here, we're 10 people. We want to start over. My goal at the end of this, what is my goal at the end of this? The goal at the end. I don't want to go to the end. I want to go before the end. I'm going to tell you what it did to me. It told me in the story that Earth and Mars are one, that phobias and phobos, USB, and Demas and demons and USB and USB keys, the same names as the moons of Mars, Marriage, Mars, Marine, Ramses, Aries, the one that stands in the heart of all. Numeric value for Mars is 51 base. When I say 51 base, is the base alphabet we usually learn when we go to school here in North America is A1Z26. There's also other easy alphabets that you see on the piano, where we have 52 keys, yet it only goes 1 through 7. So that's the rhythmic of the piano, because when you do go to number 9 on the piano, it is going to be B, it is going to be 29. The second time you get to be at 29, it is your first 11. And then you go to 19, which is what is 14 plus 5E, right? So 19, it would be E at this time. So let me just see, did I do that right? It would be 2, 9, 16. Wait a second, 2, 9, 2, and 7 is 9. No, it'd be 16. It would be P. It would be P, and just give me a second. Oh, I want to go to B. If I go to the next B, it's 9. Yes. Yes. Okay. Then 16, then 23. Yes. 23 is your third B. And then the 24th is center C. Now, the thing about center C, I'm going to try and explain it. Let me get off this kookiness here. The thing about center C, I'm going to write this down, is B is the 23rd key, being it that is the second key, right? It is also the 9th key, the 16th key, and then the 23rd key. So when it's the 23rd key, that is the fourth time it is B. It's the fourth time. The rhythm that what seems to be working is once you reach the fourth time, everything starts over again. It's 1, 2, 3, flip it over to the other side. 1, 2, 3, flip it over to the other side. You do it 4 times, right? And then you get an RBI. So what this converts to is now a baseball theory, right? In order to run all the runners in with walks with 4 balls and 16 balls is going to equal to what runs in a player. But before that, it's the 15th ball. Before there's a choice, and the same numbers run for what is 1 and 5, which is Saturn square, and what is 1 and 5 is bookends to what's in between 2, 3, and 4 as well. I know it's a very hard story to explain. I'm going to tell you right now, but all the mathematics work out. So irregardless how I tell the story, it's just going to take a long time till you're going to see that the rhythm of this entire planet and every single word in the dictionary is going to tell you something. And I just want to create an Excel or some kind of game that I can put in all the rules and regulations on how to manipulate the numbers, which manipulate the alphabet. When we do the artwork, it's incomplete. I have 10, 15,000 videos online between TikTok and YouTube. If we can get 1 million people and give out to everybody the million. Don't watch randomly. You give one person to watch. Okay, take 1 hour out of your week. Tell me what you got from this video. And everybody else that watched only that one video to have that session. There's only 15,000, videos, 1 million people, looking at it. We can definitely come up with something. We can get this into a reader. We can share it. Each from one of us. We can see everything that's going on. We'll know. We will absolutely know. Just going to see what's going on in the comment department. Good evening, Kate. I can say, oh, is that Tammy Lynn from Tammy Lynn out there from the YouTube? Friends not watching. I don't invite nobody, I'm not nice, right? So where else am I going to go? I'm just trying to see where I should jump on to next. If I continue with the baseball, so what I would do is I would do the minimum. First, I know that the first 15 balls will put the next pitch as the walk, which will be the 16th. The extension of this cube is 6 and 1. It's just like, I mean, you tell me. If I said it was a house planet, would a prison be the opposite? Number 1 equals to 34. Number 6. Wow, why, what is that? What is that? I wrote that? That's a mistake. Why was I thinking of that? To let you know that by numbers, if Earth has one moon, let's call it the Mercury-Mars Association, M&M. Venus has no moons, Mercury has no moons, so let's look at this as the Venus-Earth Association. Venus 2, 1 moon 3. Mercury 1, Mars 2 moons 3. Earth 3 associates with 2 moons of Mars. Mars 4 associates with 1 moon of Earth. So the one lunar moon up here that we see, okay, well, we haven't been back because possibly that is our extension to Mars. Right? You need headphones and speakers, right? You need headphones and speakers. This moon in the sky, right? I think it's a satellite moon and it comes out of Mars. And there's 2 moons that are hidden of Mars that should be the Earth moons. Mother moons, 2 mothers, 2 moons. We only have 1. Right? If you're talking about L in the GBT, right? That's a little bit about RAM and its angle, its soul. We're coming in here within the twisted triangles. When you take the 2 triangles, they're together, right? Creating the star within the moon. Only a 6 can come on through. And when it comes on through, it's you and your connection, that breath you take. And then during the game, you go 2-1, 2-1, 2-1. You become the horse. And the horse goes 2-1, 2-1 all around the 5th position. Never obtaining the 5th position, but still equating to... I don't like these little bugs, and I just want to see that I didn't get any in my whiskey. Hi. Does anybody have any questions? Anybody with any questions? Any questions? So I'm going to write out this. Six SIX equals to 52. ONE equals to 34. 7, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 is opposite 6. The doorway or the separation is at 3.5. If the separation is at 3.5, okay, to each side, we have what is 0.5 to work with. When we have pi, we have 3.1415 from 0.5. It equals to 0.3585. And that's basically something to do with a heartbeat in the center of the cube. It's just a separation, just a movement. The black spot over here, take a look at the 3 of them. That's only the heart of the area space. It could be a square area space. This is where the dot / X marks the spot. So where 5G, where the feminine and masculine come in, is this is the Bat's mitzvah. This is the bar mitzvah. Rubik's Cube, okay, has 26 cube or a 54 area or a 54 face. 54 space, right? 78 times 2. Don't forget that number. 12 divided by 156 or 13 divided by 156. These are the answers. 6 and 5, 11 and 1 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3, 3, 4. 3, 4, 3. That is our rotation. 2 houses that rotate around 4, that are Trinity. And the houses are set up. I think I just sat on a cube. The basic setup. Four, three, four, three, four. If you're sleeping, it could be this way. When you're awake, this way. But there's another way to set this out. Another way to set this out is like this. I made 4 of them here. See the points, the flats? The points, the flats. I just made it larger. When you squeeze it together, when you squeeze this together, okay, I turn this one around. See 2 and 2? 2 going one way, 2 going the other way. This one, they're all pointed up. You can see in the side this over here. Almost looking like almost similar to this. I like to call it the Mayan man. The corners of 1, 3, 7, and 9 equal to 20. The inside of 2, 4, 6, 8 equal to 20. Plus the 5 area is 25. T and Y equals to 45. The sun systems, the Fox passage. There are 54 area spaces. We use 45. What is the 9 used for? 9 reduces into 6 and 3 connects go to the moon. The same way the mother was connected to the moon through the breath. And on the 91st day, it was April Fool's, right? Just give me 1 second. And then there's a whole lot of other stuff. We're not going to get into a bunch of stuff. Someone was talking about time. Time is off. Well, if we go back as a time period, whether time is real or not, irrelevant to the fact they're using 2,000 years. So if we go back 2,000 years, binary code tells me that the only extension of 2,000 years that we have lived is give me a calculator. We have lived 312 days a year of the time of year that it is, according to binary code. So if we do that calculation, 312 days a year times 2,000 years, it equals 624,000 days. Now, if we went 365.25, right, times 2,000 years, I get 730,500. So when I take 624,000 and I divide it by 365.5, I end up into the years 1708, 1709. According to binary code. according to binary code. If I only work with moon days, if I work with moon days only, we're in the year 1714, and we're in the house of Bait, 2857. So no matter what, divide this up, and there's going to be, check, 5 and 7 is 12, and 1 is 13. 13 divided by, let me see what that is. Oh, no, that's the result. Sorry. All I have to do, can you remember this number? Maybe I can do a screenshot or something. Okay, so what if I went by 7? I want to use the number 7. I wanted to use the number 7. 857. Let me see. Anyways, you just saw what that answer was, so it's irrelevant to that fact. Another thing which is really bizarre is, check this out. My sister's friends just joined a real estate agency, and I wanted to find a red ball. It looks like we've got a red ball that just went up next to my sister's house on a piece of land, right? Does that mean we're at the North Pole or at the barber shop? Which one is it? Look, and it's angle. You sure it's not angels and vultures? I don't know. You tell me. Agent name, 888-888-888. Is it a Smith & Wesson? Trying to think a little bit more what we can look at over here. Like, this is like a little freaky. And the name of the person is Madar, Madar, or Mader, right? When you say mad, or if you say the word dame or dame, the end of the word of woman in French is soul. So should we think again? The name of the woman is French. Okay, is soul. Are you okay with this? Are you okay with this? Yes? Yes, I'm okay just for a little bit more. Yes. 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 Thank you. When you say king in French, you say roi, but some can say ro, which says rat. When you say jack in French, you say valet, to go towards. But backwards, I don't know. It sort of looks like Tel Aviv is what I see with inside this word. But it ends with valet jack is et. The valet jack is what is like the suit for the uniform. The et letter, the 5 and the 20, those letters are what is an association inside the house of Aleph Beit, 1 times 2, 1 plus 2, and it is the 10th level of what is Bet. When the house divides and becomes the halfway house, the Bet becomes the Dalet. And then Dalet, Hey, together in multiplication, create the 20th letter. Now, the 20th letter here in our alphabet is T, but the 20th letter in Hebrew is Resh. And the 7th month, which is noted also to be Libra, is Tishrei. And that is when we have the new year. I only tell you what is the story that we all live with. We live with this. Now, when I mentioned to you that there were 312 days a year, the letters are C, A, B, or you can even go CAT, cat. 104 times 3, communication. Or how about 52 times 6? 526, 52 times 6, 6 decks of cards, right? 6 and 7, Earth and Mars coming together. I was thinking of this today. We have the 1 or 0 to call the operator. And then you can go 1-800, or you can go 3 numbers for an area code, then the 3 first numbers, and the next 4 numbers. I was thinking of this. This is a corridor. This is the Trinity. This is why I created this design. This looks like home plate in baseball. This is the connection of 72. How's my little hexagon, eh? How's my little hexagon? Are you shy? Are you shy? Es-tu gêné? Oui? Tu vas fermer tes yeux? Tu vas fermer tes yeux? Oui? Tu vas tourner? Juste pour montrer que tu m'écoutes pas, eh? Eh, par exprès, tu vas juste virer la tête tranquillement. Oui, tu vas checker une fois. Okay. Yeah, yeah, I'm serious talking to you. Ooh, what was that? What was that? The camera's up here. The camera's up here. Are you? Hello? Pay attention. Hello? Don't act like me. Pay attention. Hello, Ronnie. Mr. Tackpans. Hello, Mr. Tackpans. Pay attention to me. Hello? Hello? Woohoo! Well, looks like I'm talking to myself. Okay, let's just mark it over here. First of all, this is the connection. I put the Kimmel bread in the middle. See, I put the Kimmel bread in the middle upon the flag of Great Britain, GB, megabytes, RAM. And then we hook up to the constellations through the zodiac. I'd have to look through the zodiac to understand the exact hookup. Should I figure out the exact hookup of what it is? These are letters. There's 3 letters in the alphabet. You can use the letter L twice. You can use just a letter I, just a straight line. This is the heart line design. This is before I gave it, like my hand, if I just show you the skeleton, right? So this only goes to the heart of the number. If you want to enlarge the number or area space, you're going to use 4 dots, these 4 dots. If you want to create that'll be the way Earth is. That's Mercury, these 4 dots. When you add on these next 3 dots, okay, you can create 4 windows. You can call it Mars or you can call it Earth. It depends whether you talk about the dot or the void, because it takes 4 dots to create an area space. I only used 4 dots, but I crisscross X marks the spot. There is no spot over here. It's a passing zone, unlike the area space I created here, where here is a connection of what is 9 area spaces. I should have taken out my Q-tips and show you on the floor. So I'm not really happy with this because I have to look at it to understand it, right? I know that this is 2, 4, 6, and 8. Now, when I went to 5, what is 5 took up part of the zone before of 2. 5 took up 2 and 8, and we run the 28-day cycle in the 4x7 28-day cycle. So if you want to know what this is, we're going to look at this one over here, all right? This is a row of 12 dots. Let's call them 12 numbers. The first row is the cardinal sign. The second row are the fixed signs. And the third row are the mutable signs. If you want to find some fire, right, we're going to go fire, fire Aries, fire Leo, fire Scorpio, fire Sagittarius. We're going to do it here. Fire Sagittarius. Then we're going to jump into Pisces, right? Then after Pisces, okay, you have 13, you have 14. So this is going to be Taurus, is going to be a passageway. Taurus takes over for the father, the oxen. Wow, I see it over here inside a fixed sign. So now you have Taurus. And then it splits. Taurus splits over here into 16, which is 4, which is Cancer, right? And 18, which is Virgo. Cancer and Virgo. This is number 16, this area over here. Why is it? Because if you go to number 4, right, plus 12 equals to 16. If you go to number 6, plus 12 is 18. Now what you're going to do, you're going to come over here is number 19. Okay, number 19, which is 7 plus 12 equals to 19. This is, you can say AI connects over here, right? And number 19. What did I say 19 was? 19 was Libra. Yeah, Libra and Libra is going to come over here. You're going to have a cardinal sign. And then number 21, 21 is 9, Sagittarius. 21 is 9 inside the third position. This is the 23rd. If you notice, you know what that is? 5. 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 You know what that is? 1. You know what that is? 7. You know what that is? 7. Uh, that one is what is 19. So this one gets reduction. This is 19. This is the heart of Rubik's Cube. It's also Libra, right? It's inside. I think it's the second of the cardinal sins signs. Sorry about that. Yeah, the bipolarity of them, right? Over here is 17 and 20. So this is going to be where Leo comes here. Okay, Leo is, hold on a second, 5 and 12, right? Leo, and this is going to be Scorpio. They're going to be connecting together inside the cube. So either you're going to run the cube this way, down here, and run it for Leo, or you're going to run it for Scorpio. It's one or the other. It's not both. It can't be both, right? And then we run it down over here. Ça, c'est le 23, 24, 25. Number 25 is like number 13. Okay, Aries is over here. So you have Aries, and then you have 13 Aries, and then you have 25 Aries. So Aries, okay, becomes a dark sign right over here. 49, I think, is a light sign, and I think 61 becomes a dark sign. Let me see. Light. 13 is dark, negative areas at 13. 25 is a positive area, Aries. 37 negative Aries. 49 positive Aries. So Aries is in the positive sign now. Could mean hot fire. Could be the menopause. I don't know. And for the male, it would be the same thing about that time. 49 is the last number in the first connect of 13. It's a 7 by 7, 49. It's a 4 plus 9 equals to 13. Your first connect to 13 is where A, B, C, D, right? Where D, A, B, C, and then D, which creates formation. Your first 13, your lowest one is with a 4 and a 9, and it's this finger over here, right? So you have 27 over here. So you have the fifth, hold on, the sixth. Let me think of what it is. 27 would be 6, 18, no, 4, 16, no, 3. This would be 3, 15, 27. Yes, this would be 3. Gemini is over here. Gemini is over here at 27. This is 30. So 30 back off 12 is 18. Back off 12 is Virgo, right? Virgo plus 12 is 8. Yes, Virgo comes out over here. And Virgo, I'm just trying to think. Virgo, the 6, yes. So it's a mutable in the mutable position. So that's right. And this is number 32, which is in the 5th position of Leo. But in the 5th position of Leo at 32, 28, I think it's Scorpio with Leo over here. 8, 20, 32. Scorpios with Leo in this position right here. I don't do the zodiac. I don't know. I just know how it works on here. And then this is 34. 34 is a 7, so it's going to be a corridor between Earth and Mars. It's also going to be with Libra, reverse count of Leo. It's going to be, what did I say here? 34, 22, 10. So we have 10, 22, 34. So it's a 20, hold on, 10. Yes, it's Capricorn. Capricorn is over here. Okay, so there's more to talk. I have to write it out to see what depth this is on. This is the basis of the red. If I was counting these black, and like I said, on a cube, 2, 4, 6, and 8, 22 are in the void, and 2 are in the dot, and there's 22 letters in the Hebrew alphabet. We break free with 88 constellations. When I showed you the Monopoly board, the board is broken up into 4 by 22 area space. On the borderline. But I think we're going to cut it short right now. I'm going to look at the questions. If there are any, if not, we're going to end the video. I'm going to do a shout out. I'm going to do a commercial break, a shout out to myself. Okay, there's a link somewhere in my bio, PayPal link. Nobody's obligated to do anything. The greatest thing somebody can do is share the information. If you think it's real, it's all about games. It's all about our alphabet and the story and the connections, the correlations with everything that exists. I want to be able to create a program where I can take the dictionary and just put it inside and then take the games, the rules and regulations of the games, the way I understand them, the way you understand them, but also there's a way to implicate them because of the rules and regulations of dots and dashes. More like I for myself, I do want to learn Morse code. In one of the designs, what I wanted to show you, but I didn't. That's one of the reasons I went to the floor. Yes, is this over here and this over here. That's what I wanted to show you. Oh yes, and hold on a second. When you look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there's 8 sides. That's an octagon. It's got an area space to pass. It's made up with 4 hexagons, 6 and 8. The dividing gate of what is 4 and 2 is what is 3 and 5. The dividing gate of what is 1 and 5 is 6 and 2. The dividing gate of what is 3 and 3 is going to be what is 4 and 4. The cat's coming down, communication. Here, right? Look how many sides you see, right? And you see 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Oh, yes, you see the 24 and 4, and then the 8 on the outside. I'm talking about the 6, the 6, the 6, the 6, the 1, 8, and the 1, 4 area space, right? Look at that. When you look at this one, I got 4, right? 4 of them just the same. Doesn't matter if they're longer. Doesn't matter. I can shrink it up if you want, right? You want to shrink it up. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. And on each side I have 1, 2, 3. Then here I have 1, 2, 3. So I have A, B, C, 6. I have A, B, C, D, 10. So I have 6, 10, 6, 10, or what is 6, 1, 6, 1, 6, 1, 6. 6, 1, 6, 1, 6, 1, 6. 6 and 1/6. So we're going to go 6 and 1/6 times 6 equals 7. Binary code only runs with 6. This is why in the year 1709 or 1708, I'll just use it this way, 1708, okay, if we're running with binary code, which would be 28 times 6 equals 168 versus what is 724 equals 168. We are losing this many years over 2,000 years, which leaves us 292 years short. Guess what? Guess what? This is not an exact number. It could be the 9 it came out to this, but this is the beginning of the next cycle. And then all of a sudden, 68 years later, they call it 1776. So I'm just going to look at the questions and see. A wheel of 24. So that is okay. So I think I would call that. Let me hold on a second. Yeah, that's if you insert the cross into that, right? If you insert the cross into that, that's where we are today. That's the Mars square. I mean, for me, I don't know who ever did that. I never saw that before, but I do know 8 by 3 is the 8 by 3. This is an 8 by 3. 11 and 22, the master creates the 8 and 3. 8 and 3 is the monkey, but the more or less, to be more direct with you, is that every corner, right, has 3 colors on it. 8 by 3 is 24. You have 8 corners on the cube. Now, if you can create this cube, which is called the window cube, when you have a window cube, you have no in-between space. Everything's a corner. It becomes 8 by 3, and it runs inside this cube. It runs inside this cube. It'll start from here to here, down to here, over to here, and then it'll move to here, and then up to here, right? And then it'll turn the corner again, and then it'll move to here, and then over to here. Then it'll turn the corner again, it'll go up to here. And then it'll move to here, and then down to here, and over to here. How do I know? Because once you're up here, right, you're also over here. It's the same corner. So I know I move it down. And even when I move it up and down, I'm always going to cover this area. I'm going to do these 4, then these 4, then these 4, and these 4. And I'm going to do it on every single side. Here, okay, if I understand correctly, there's a hole in here, and it just spins like this. There is no spinning like this. The only spin like this that happens is outside, the outside control, right? That controls that. Right? There's the spinning around this way, but do we turn over? That I don't know. I don't think so. I think we only tilt, right? However it works, I don't know. But I will tell you one thing. If you can think about it, your mind can think about it, that means it can exist, right? If it's totally ridiculous and you can't make any sense out of it, then it can't exist, right? So I'm making sense of everything. So anyways, that's going to be it for now. We're going to be taking a big break. And peace and love to everybody. The significance of the 24, I answered that question. The other question is OB110 is a 6-computer binary. I don't know it, but just to know that the 110, the 110 of the towers, the B section would be there's more than one. There are 2. The O is going to represent 3 crossings, only running it in Trinity. 5, 5, and 5 equals to 15, running on the 60-second clock inside the house. They were supplied with moons and communication from the outside house. Good luck to those who created. The 90 degrees Celsius, the 90-degree angle is an association of 9, 18, 27, 36 equals to 90. It can be found in the house of Bate under the system of Saturn square. You can also calculate that in Celsius. If you're doing things, do calculate periodic table, periodic table of weights and measures, do it in Celsius and Fahrenheit and the vice versa, and try to find the harmonic number. The harmonic number in Celsius is the separation of 9. I do not know which one it is. Let's say if I go 87 and I'll drop 9, okay, to 68, to 70, to 70, 87 to 78, to 69, to 60, to 51, to 42. No, it's 41, 50, 59. And every time I do that in Fahrenheit, the number in the Celsius is always going to have a 5 at the end, always going to total 5. So this is what I'm talking about. I need to understand where the balance is in all the elements, all the differences. This is how I can align things for the game. Do you understand? This is exactly what's happening in this world before us for years, for tens of years, for thousands of years. Why? The information is shared. It doesn't have to be true. It's shared, it's documented, it has an algorithm, it's real. Even for the 13th moon, would you like me to tell you something? There's an area space for the 13th moon. There's an area space for the 7th day, but there is no 7 days and there is no 13. You are that connection from the breath to create what is the connection. Am I going to prove it one day? I don't know. But if I'm set up with the right questions, I'll see what I can do. And it has to be something very easy to prove, right? It's a mechanical operation. That means you will have to go, things have to meet at certain places. Things aren't I can't just say, well, let's meet. Like they said, well, it can't be from monkey. We're not from monkey. No, because they don't know the orchestration of the gene. They don't know what they did. It's just like locking the trains together. You have this and this. How do they lock? They lock like this. Then you take the pins and you put the two pins in. Thumbs up, pin point. Well, that's actually the pinpoint. Another thing about pin and needles in the haystack is when you drive an 18-wheeler, you have the fifth wheel and you have the kingpin, right? The pin, PIN, or how about my IP address or my rest in peace over the stone, the Capricorn stone. On the Egyptian painting on the ceiling of the tomb, but it has to do with rising density. Wow, I thought you were going to tell me about dentistry. Okay, rising density. Um, this cube, I don't know how it works. I don't know anything about density. I know if you're in the den or in your own city, I can talk about that. Rising associates with ing. Can you reduce that word and say things on the rise or rise in density instead of rising? Because that would change everything, be a little bit easier to diagnose. Yes. Yes, and they move up and down, right? They move up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. The only thing that carries them around, and we also have to include the Chinese zodiac, right, to make connections. There's a lot of connections. You want to connect 7? Well, I don't spell it that way, but when you when you mention a word in a crowd and you only hear one word, you can spell it any way you want in order to satisfy your mind. Are you happy or sad? Are you mad? What is going on in your brain? So you can use it in any way you want. I don't know well, if you're saying NTHs, are you talking about the 9th harmonic number? Please tell me. Fine tooth comb. So is it fine tooth comb or fine tooth comb? The fine teeth are those the dog teeth? Is it 5 and 9? Sorry about that. It's about 2 weeks. Well, my abs are good at least, or maybe not. Yeah, and there's other things to do with the piano because the piano has the 88 keys, and behind the board, if you lift it up, you can see that each key is exactly in a row. So the actual key that you're hitting is not the key that you're hitting because of the black key. And BC has no black key. BC has no black key, and then there's no black key between E and F. So you end up with 511. And that is the presidency of Trump. That was May 5th. Sorry, that was May 11th, or the 131st day, which is a lunar, which is hold on a second, something to do with a communication amongst the lunars inside the house of 2468. And the reason for that is when the lunars, the moon comes together, right? The 131st day, 1-3-1 cycle, to the left, to the right, in between is B. There's a complete area space between 2 and 2. 3 times 2, 3 plus 2 is 6 and 5. It's 11 and 11. So there's communication going on in the house. The cube itself is set up as 11, 11, 11, 7, 7, 7, 13, 13, 13, 9, 9, 9, and everything else under the sun. I'm not going to explain it now. We're going to end the video for now. I'm going to come back. I just want to see what else. Binary code dentistry is what AI. I'm going to speak to AI right now. If you can remember me, AI that's listening to this, check my name out. And can you come back and tell me what I do? Can I just see my phone? I just want to see if AI can find anything on Mr. Tack Fans. Let's check this out. Can you tell me anything about Mr. Tack Pans from YouTube and Facebook, or which is Art Mr. Tack Pans, and TikTok? I may as well write it out myself, eh? Okay, let's lower this music just a little bit and let's see what it says. It probably says, sometimes it says something, sometimes it doesn't. Oh, you know what it says? It says, watch out, don't trust this person. He is not eligible to be 18 and over. So content appears eclectic. What is eclectic and abstract? Includes topic like bad words, ABC star alphabet themes around numerology, finding numbers, esoteric philosophy, short term. They run a public group, 156 members, intersections of math, alphabet, science, art, math, animal, and man. Earth is a creation of a light. Animal, the soul. On day 6, it was animal, ampersand, and man. It was land, animal, and man. They didn't put it, they forgot. And then TikTok says 1.9K followers, blah, blah, blah. Covers numerology, zodiac. So they had like nothing, not absolutely cryptic, numerological, geometric, artistic exploration. The vibe, experimental, educational, sometimes cryptic, bridging art, science through symbolic imagery, short form media. Wow. That's not what they said 3 months ago. See, they downplay it, right? This is basically what it covers. Like nap that shoving that at the bottom, right? Like 90% of my work. That's okay. Sometimes I have to buff myself up. Peace and love, everybody. Um, cheers. Thank you, Miranda. Thank you, Zeus. Thank you, Elamia. Thank you, Samwang. I'll be back again, 20 years and counting, here to the end and to